Well, we had shown Bad Boys Ride or Die in Riyadh. It was a tremendous success, biggest success in history of Saudi. And then His Excellency Turkey Sheikh contacted us and he said, I want to make a movie like Bad Boys, but with Arabic actors, mostly in Arabic, travel the world, and do you want to do it? Because I want Bad Boys, John Wick, Mission Impossible, Fast and Furious vibe, Ahmed Aziz, Karim Abdelaziz, comedy, and I want Arab directors. So it was like meant to be, you know.
It was an honor. Yeah, and it's crazy how much he knows about movies. He's a movie buff. He's like a Wikipedia. He knows everything about movies. It's like you're working with somebody who's a lover of cinema, and he has a lot of creative input. So yeah, it's basically the showrunner in the story itself. So we are very thankful that he came to us and give us the honor to direct this.
It was pretty fast, you know, like we like in let's say 1 year, 1.5 years, we did the whole movie. So the idea of the story, script, and then we shot like 3 months later, we were already shooting the movie. And the thing is that we had a good budget, but we don't have the budget of a Fast and Furious film or Mission Impossible where they really travel the world. We had to be creative with what we had, but that allowed us to make super cool stuff in Riyadh and recreate all these different cities just in one space. And I think that people that don't know that when they watch the movie, they really think we went to Shanghai, Mumbai and all that, but it's the magic of cinema. We all went just in that one city, Riyadh, with a tremendous crew, and the Saudi crew helped us a lot for that.
Well, the beautiful thing about this movie is that we had all this creative freedom, and that we could do all these challenges. And you know, you have the world record explosion. That's really was a challenge. But then you have, for me, the most difficult was a 360 sequence in Mumbai, where we had to operate. We made an action sequence just with a 360 camera. And normally, you know, you only think in this direction when you shoot. But with a 360, yeah, it's like left, right, up, down. So visually, mentally, it was very, very difficult to do that. And at the same time, we have our actors Karim and Ahmed, who had to operate the camera, do the stunts, do the acting. So that for me was just personally one of the biggest challenges.
That was technically because they're acting, they're doing the stunts, and they're cameramen, you know. So there was a lot of training. It all looks as if it's happening in the moment, but it was a lot of rehearsal. So they had to do that 20 times before we really shot it, but it turned out really cool. Well, the thing is that you always have to plan, you know, the planning. You cannot just go there with the camera like, hey, we're gonna shoot. So it was like a lot of preparation, a lot of explaining what we're gonna do. But eventually, at the end of the day, you know, they all allowed us to do what we needed to do for the movie. And the most important thing is when we come on the set, everything looks, you know, perfect, and I think that our crew they had a lot of difficulties, but for us as directors, everything went smoothly, alhamdulillah, and we could really, you know, as long as on the camera it looks perfect, that's what's the most important for us.
Yeah, I think it's it's natural. It depends. Sometimes I'm with the camera, sometimes he's with the actors, but it can go, you know, it can switch from day to day. So there is no real rules. We are on the set, we are really doing whatever we feel like that day. And you could say that in like pre-production, Adil is more into that, I'm more into post-production. But that's kind of
And usually the sets are so big and there's so much happening that we are running. Like Bill is there, me, I'm there, the whole time like this.
A lot of chaos with two directors, but fun.
Yeah, so we had His Excellency Turkey Sheikh had like his wish list of actors he wanted to work. And you know, obviously Karim Abdelaziz and Ahmed Aziz, they're legends. They're like the George Clooney and Brad Pitt of the Arab world. So having them, so much experience, so much charisma, that's the magic of the movie. And once we had that team, you know, when we called Monica, you know, even though she has a lot of experience, she never played in an action movie before. She never had gun shooting. So for her, it was like, I get to shoot with guns, I get to be the bad guy. She was so happy. Same with Max Wang, who's a fantastic actor, and obviously Salman Khan, Sanjay Dutt, having them together, you know, for the first time in so many years, that was like epic. And our American friends, you know,
Martin,
Lawrence,
of course.
But it's like family, so it was really cool to have all of them back in the movie. It's like the epic culmination of it, you know. It's obviously in the story because it's an important part of the story, but also it's a cinema movie. You want the people to go to the cinema and watch it on the big screen, not just on the phone or on the computer. You want that, and having this world record will help us to have the audience there, and also it's a payoff, for the movie.